Hey guys, this is Guts here. Just bringing you hopefully a short tutorial on how to Jungle Terrorblade. I know it sounds pretty crazy to anyone who has never heard of it, but it is actually a thing. Terrorblade is a pretty OP hero at the moment, and a lot of like 7K, 6K players do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through this with you and teach you how to do it essentially, and when it's good and when it's bad. I'll do my best. You get the whole gist. So anyways, right here we've got our featured player, which is Matris, who in my opinion is the guy who innovated this, and technically one of the best Terrorblade players out there. There is other ones. There's one from North America, I forget his name, but we're gonna focus on this guy because I think he's the one who originated it. So you know, why not get it from the source? So what we've got right here is Matris has currently bought 2 slippers of agility and a circlet with 140 gold left to spare. Now he's gonna be standing in the fountain 5 seconds after the clock has rung, so the game has started, because that'll give you just enough gold. I think it's 5 seconds. It'll give you just enough gold to buy a 3rd slipper of agility, and then you want to create a clone right at the well and head right into the jungle. So as you're going to see right here, I think it's 5 seconds, maybe 6. There, bought the thing. Okay, so it's 6 seconds. So he creates the clone, walks out, his mana is full, and speed. Notice how he made a clone right away when the cooldown was finished. That's basically what you're going to want to be doing this whole game, is constantly making clones whenever possible. You're going to have to use micro, so clones are going to be tanking, and when clones get low on HP, your hero will then tank, as you'll see right here. And you also want the ones that are almost about to time out to be the ones tanking the creeps. Everything else. So centaurs, hellbears, and the ranged trolls you kind of want to avoid. They're just a little bit too strong early on, so keep that in mind. For level 2, you want to save your mana so that when you hit level 2 and you level up your Metamorphosis, you will Metamorphosis instead. So we will play this replay and take a look at that. Man, I need to use the arrow keys. There you go. So he's going to notice centaurs. Unfortunately, he's going to have to fight them. But he just needs to kill this one small guy, and then he'll hit level 2. And he can metamorph. So there you go. Level 2, hits Metamorphosis. So what he's going to be doing is metamorphing and then making a clone. So keep that in mind. See how he's low in HP and he has this clone? He's bought a Wraithband recipe and a Quelling Blade. I'm actually going to pause. That's what you're saving up for. So this is what you start out with. You're going to save up for a Wraithband and a Quelling Blade. And then you're going to suicide. Now, you're supposed to suicide no matter what during this, because it gets you back to the base fast, like really fast, so that like you just instantly respawn, full mana, full HP, you go back, start jungling. And when you spend your money, which is usually just on a Wraithband and a Quelling Blade, Wraithband recipe, sorry, you have no gold, so you're not really losing gold. But what you could do is you could buy some clarities and sell them if the time's before 10 seconds, which it should be. And get your full money's worth back. But you have to be quick. You have to buy it right at the last second. I'm gonna watch. He's just gonna damage it. So here comes the suicide. He actually didn't even buy anything, so he just lost the 50 gold. That's alright. It's not really that big of a deal, but if he could buy the clarities. And gonna see him jungling. Now, notice how he's leaving this one to the side until this one dies, because he doesn't want the centaur stomping. And you could also use choke point jungling if you have to. Like if you're out of mana. Like he's pretty much out of mana, but he is going to have enough by time 130 mana comes up to use Metamorph and a clone. So there's one Wraithband finished. And speed up a bit more. We're just going to follow this here. So there's the Metamorph. And notice how he's microing, like with the range form, because he doesn't have enough for a clone yet. So he's just going to do this. Just minimize the attack so that you can stay in the jungle for as long as possible. And you do not want to suicide ever again after the first suicide. This will be the only time, like, once you hit level 2 or whatever, that will be the only time you suicide. So I'm going to pause yet again. As you can see here, he has his 2 Wraithbands finished, and he's already bought his boots. So that's pretty much your beginning core items. As you notice, every single time he's at a base, he creates a clone. just to conserve on mana. So there you go. He watched the skeletons to appear there for more gold, so he's okay with sending 3 guys there. But as you can see there, he wasn't, because they were centaurs. And his next item he's going to want to save up for is a Yasha.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's Dire's mid tower won't last.
That's a very key point of this game. What you saw there was the minute he was level 8, so he has W and E completely maxed, and he has his Yasha finished, he went for a tower. That's what makes the strategy very deadly. Have Yasha by 11 minutes. That's the optimal, obviously, and you want to get that tower push. It's okay to just have a tier 1, but if you could get a tier 2, that's also good. But try not to die for it, because you fall behind when you start dying. So if you can't kill it, that's fine. Go back to the jungle or push another lane. It's 9 to 5, so his team technically kills right behind. But look how fast this tower dies. This is a tier 2, by the way, at 12 minutes. Moves his clones ahead so that they tank any heroes in the
bottom
wave.
towers seen better days.
And they should be able to kill this. And he's always making clones.
Dire's top towers.
Another key thing, you usually do not want to push
coming apart
when you don't have Metamorphosis up either. That's your jungling time. So if he's got 74 seconds, he's probably just going to maybe keep a wave pushed out.
Dire might want to mine their top tower.
But right back to jungling. Pretty much everything comes online at the 12-minute or the 11-minute mark optimally. You can team fight, you can tower push, whatever. You're basically there and online in the game by 11 minutes. So he's going to be going for the Boots of Travel. I'm just going to speed it up. He's got it. Keep in mind, Sunder is a mini stun. So if someone's trying to escape with the teleport, you could always Sunder them to cancel that teleport, if you're able to kill them afterwards. Yasha was at 11 minutes. We had the Boots and the Wraith Band Quelling Blade by like 6 minutes. Boots of Travel was 15 minutes. That was it. And the S and Y, this is probably the most optimal you will ever see or have it, is around 16.5 minutes. Usually you'll have S and Y by 18 minutes at best, what I find to do. So that's okay. And what I find is this is basically his core build right here. The 3 Wraith Bands, the Quelling Blade, the Boots of Travel, and the S and Y. If you have that before 20 minutes, you're good. Now look how much damage he's doing to his centaur. This tower switches to Doom. Look at that Doom. Look at that Doom. Tower's dead. Tower's gone. They can't do anything about this. And he just backs away. They're all here, but he just does so much damage. Here he goes in. Look at these illusions. This is 2 illusions. Half damage gone to centaur. Like, it's a ton of damage. Anyways, Boots of Travel's back to another lane instead. Just push that. Why not? So hopefully this mini guide, it's kind of long, helped you. And it was all just talking, but whatever. And I'll see you all next time.